Today we were talking about bandicoots and the Bandicoot Superhighway project and building habitat for bandicoots, building bush. So not only how to identify habitat, like remnant or native habitat, but also how to reconstruct or recreate habitat for bandicoots. Also talking about cameras, so allowing people to come and learn about how you can monitor bandicoots, how you can use cameras to observe bandicoots because they're very shy, they're not going to come out when we're around. Well, Nature Festival is a fantastic event to be involved in because I think it gives people an opportunity to get involved and interact with nature in a multitude of ways.
I feel it's great that the board can be involved in the Nature Festival. It's a way that people can actually get out into nature and experience the biodiversity and the wonderful nature and environment that we have to offer.
So the Bandicoot Superhighway is about bandicoot recovery. So we're doing lots of different things. We're trying to get the community involved in taking part in conservation of bandicoots. So we're doing things like revegetation, weed control to manage habitat. We're looking at doing translocation for bandicoots where we can to move them around the landscape, and a variety of other things, training people in how to survey for bandicoots. An online portal for people to report their sightings for bandicoots. That information then goes into the biological databases of South Australia.
When it comes to bandicoot habitat, it's all about the density. And density from your knee down. So bandicoots spend all their time on the ground, they live at ground level, most of their food's underground. So it's that density below knee height. So if you're ever going to check out bandicoot habitat, wear your shorts, because if it's too hard to walk through, it's probably pretty good bandicoot habitat.
It's good to see all the landholders out here because I think they can really help planting and protecting vegetation on their properties, and now they know what to look for and looking at those indicator plants to see if they might have bandicoots around, but also having a look at what the re-veg is like so they can replicate that on their properties, I think is a pretty key thing.
Coming here today, I discovered how fragile the environment is for certain creatures and how we need to support them.
Well, I'm with Hills Biodiversity, so just some revegetation through the hills, and particularly we have a site called Willa Willa in Crafers, and there's bandicoots there, so yeah, we've been working with a few people.
Believe it or not, this has all been done in less than a year. So from the pine removal to the blackberry removal, about 14,000 seedlings have gone in. The community planting days make a big difference in terms of cost effectiveness because we had 120 people over 3 days put in those 14,000 seedlings. So with bandicoots, because we know that we're not aiming here to try and get back to pre-European, we're actually aiming for a particular structure with native plants. So we recognise that it's almost impossible to get the full suite of species that you would have had pre-European, but we know we can get this to function as bandicoot habitat.
I've really enjoyed the event here at Building Bush for Bandicoots. It's a demonstration of the great work that we can do through partnerships with other organisations, bringing together funding from many different sources to really put back into the environment that the bandicoots will thrive and go on for generations to come.
I learned what kind of habitat these creatures live in and what I should be looking for when I'm out hiking. Now I'll know that this is an area for bandicoots. Keep the eyes open.
The way they've done it, the stages of sort of eliminating the weeds and the staged sort of planting's been interesting.
Because I'm passionate about conservation and I wanted to learn more about the Bandicoot Superhighway project.